I want to show you a whole poster. Hi guys, bonjour, hola, my name is Trish. If you're new on this channel, welcome. We are so glad to have you join the community of learners. Now on this channel, we learn about the basics of Photoshop. We do some intermediate and advanced tutorial as well. So if this sounds like something you like, hit the subscribe button so we can get started with this tutorial. The first thing we're going to do is that we want to create our canvas size. So I'm going to go to File, New, and we are going to keep our width at 24, height 36, and it's going to be in inches, and resolution is 300. You want to click on Create. Now, what we are going to do is that we want to go to our image, and you want to make sure that it's unlocked. And then with your move tool, you want to drag that image and drop it right into your canvas. Now with your move tool, you can move your image all the way up to the corner. Now if your transform is not activated, you just have to press Command T or Control T if you are on the Mac, and it will be activated. Now you can go ahead and scale it like that. I'm going to double click to accept it. So to take off the background, we want to click on our image, go up to your property, click on the quick action twice. It will activate the remove background. Click on it once and Photoshop will cut out the background for you. Now, this is good enough for what we have to do. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hold down my command, make a selection of my layer mask, and I'm going to click on my image thumbnail, and I'm going to press Command C to make a copy. I'm going to add a new layer. So I'm going to click on the plus icon to add a new layer, and then I'm going to press Command V to paste it. Now we don't need this anymore, so I can actually get rid of the original image we brought in. So I'm just going to delete that. Now, the next thing is to convert this image into a smart object. So you want to right click and convert to smart object. So we're going to add a new layer, and I'm going to click on my foreground color, and I'm going to choose a tan color. Now I already have number, so I'm just going to go ahead and type it in, which is FCE4A8. And I'm going to click OK. I'm going to pick my paint bucket and I'm going to fill this in. Now, before we move on, you want to make sure that you have your snapped on. If you're not sure where it is, you need to go under View. You want to make sure that your ruler and your snaps are all checked. Now, we want to click and drag our ruler, and you see that when I drag the guide, it snaps to the center because I have my snaps on. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and create almost like a boundary around our canvas. Now I'm just gauging. So now that we have this, we are going to pick our marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to draw a line in the middle to make the selection of the rectangle in the middle. With that layer activated, I'm going to click on my delete, and it's going to delete the middle portion. I'm going to press Command D to deselect. Now we want to add a background around our subject. So I'm going to click on my bottom layer, which is empty, and I'm going to click on my foreground color, and I want to change that. So we want to make our hue 0, saturation 0, and brightness, we want to keep it at 50, which will give us a 50% gray. I'm going to click OK. With my marquee tool, I'm going to make a selection which is halfway through my canvas. And with my paint bucket, I'm going to fill that in. Command D to deselect. Now we want to pick back up and we are going to make a selection on the opposite side click on your foreground color. Now this time the brightness, we want to take it down to 25, which will give us a 25% gray. Click OK. With your paint bucket, you want to fill that in and Command D to deselect. So now that we have our background set, we want to go ahead and get rid of our guideline. So you just want to pull these guidelines out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and add one more layer, clicking on our plus icon. Now I'm going to click on my foreground, and this time we want to change the color to 013250. It's almost like a deep blue. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to pick my marquee tool, and I'm just going to gauge and draw something like this. And I'm going to use my paint bucket. I'm going to fill that in, Command D to deselect. Now I want to move that above my image so we have it like this. We want to go ahead and click on our image, and we are going to go to Filter and Blur, and we are going to add a surface blur to our image. And we want our surface blur to be 20 radius, 20 threshold. I'm going to click OK. And the reason why we do that is to have our image blurred out, but still keep the outline of the subject sharp. Now we want to go back to Filter and choose Filter Gallery, and we want to go to Artistic and click on Cutout. You want the number of levels to be 5, Simplicity 5, Fidelity we want it at 1, and if you zoom out to 35%, you can basically see the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So with this set for us, this looks good. We're going to collapse this smart filter that we've added. So the next thing is to go to our adjustment, add a channel mixer, and we're going to click on monochrome. And in case your image is already in color, it's still advisable to apply the monochrome adjustment. Now we want to go back to adjustment and add posterize, and I'm going to increase my level to 5. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and with my magic wand I'm going to make a selection in this area. Now we are going to use our lasso tool, and we are going to go ahead and deselect this area. So we only have the selection on the face. And I'm going to zoom in so we can see the full thing. Now you want to make sure that your tolerance is at 10% and your anti-alias is checked and everything else is unchecked. Now you want to go to select and save selection. You want to just go ahead and click OK, Command D to deselect. So with this set for us, we want to go ahead and add one more adjustment, and that is going to be our gradient map, and we're going to double click on it to change the color. So the first stop, you want to click on it, it activates the color, click on it once. Now we can go ahead and begin to add the color. So I'm going to type in 00324D, and I'm going to click OK. Now we want to make a copy. So hold down Options, click on your stop once. It makes a copy, and you want it to go to 25, or you can type in 25. Click on the color. Now we want our hex number to be E01825. I'm going to click OK. And we're going to make another copy. So hold down Options, click on it once. Now move that to 50% so you can type that in to that location. Click on your color. Now change this hex to 7498A4, and we're going to click OK. We're going to make one more copy. Hold down Options, click on your stop. Now we want to set this at 75. Location, click on it, and change the hex to FDE5. A9. And I'm going to make a copy of this. Command C. I'm going to click OK. And the last one, which is the 100%, we want to double click on it and add and then paste the other one. So that is Command V to paste it. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now that we have this, what we want to do is we want to click on our gradient, hold down Shift, click on the channel mixer to group all of this. So the next thing we want to do is click on our layer image, and we are going to add a new layer. So you are just going to click on the plus icon to add a new layer. Now, the next thing we're going to do is that you want to change your color by clicking on your foreground to pick a color. Now, we're going to keep the hue 0, saturation 0, and brightness is going to be 50. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to pick my paint bucket, and we're going to fill that in. So if you notice, the gray that we applied is not what we see, and the reason being that we have the adjustment that we applied right on top of it. But if we move it out, then you will actually see the gray color. So if I move it out, now the next thing we are going to do is that we want to go to our filter, and we are going to click on filter gallery, and you want to go to sketch. We're going to collapse the artistic, go to sketch and choose halftone. And then the next thing is you want to keep your halftone to about a 1, but I'm changing mine to a 3 so I can get it a little bit bigger. Or you can even move it up to a 4. And then you want to make sure your contrast is at 50. Your pattern says line, and go ahead and click OK. So with this set, we want to go to our channel, and notice that in our channel, we have alpha 1. So hold down options, make a selection of that, come back into your layer, and you want to make sure that you are on the gray layer that we just created with the halftone. Now you can add a layer mask. So the last thing we want to do is change our blend mode for our halftone. We're going to change it to color dodge, and I'm going to click OK. Now lastly, we want to go ahead and finish it off by adding either Martin Luther King or Dream. So I'm going to change my foreground color. I'm going to click on it. Make sure you are on the background layer, click on that color, click OK, and we are going to go ahead and type in. And I'm going to move it all the way up because it's beneath, and I'm going to set it right there. I'm going to go ahead and scale it down, and I'm going to go ahead and move it up just a little and align it. So guys, this brings us to the end of this lesson. I just felt like doing this poster. I see it always done. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. You can share it with me on social media. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for all future uploads. Until next time, please be safe and bye.